This podcast is certified fresh. Freshmediaworks.com.
Welcome to the Montgomery ISD Athletics Show, where each week we share conversations about everything that makes MISD athletics so great. Montgomery ISD, in partnership with families and community, will graduate all students with the knowledge, skills, and leadership necessary to thrive as productive and responsible citizens. Athletics play a vital role in student success, promoting physical and mental well-being while developing essential life skills like teamwork, leadership, and resilience that benefit students far beyond high school. The Montgomery ISD Coaches Show is fueled by EAG Automotive, East Texas's MVP since 1977. With 8 locations and a winning lineup of new and pre-owned rides, they bring the heat with hometown hustle and high-performance service. EAG Automotive, where East Texas drives to win.
With 60,000 fiber route miles across 20 states, we deliver reliable solutions. We prioritize customer service to build better relationships and a better Texas. Consolidated Communications. Let's build a better network.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the MISD Athletics Show. I'm Chris Daly. I am joined today by Lake Creek girls basketball coach Bree Taylor. Welcome, Coach.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Cool. You bet. So we've been going far enough into the season that you have a feel for who the team is now. There's plenty of season left, and we're going to talk about that. But first, give me your 30,000-foot view of this team. What do you make of it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think stepping into this role last year was super exciting. We graduated some awesome seniors who are now in college and they're doing great things. Cheney Spencer is at Texas A&M. Matt Golden, she's at Northern Alabama. Ava Anderson went on to Arizona State to study dentistry. And so our leadership was strong. And I think that those kids left behind a legacy that, I mean, they'll be talking about around here for some time to come. I think stepping into the season, we knew that it would be a bit of a rebuilding season. We were excited to have some healthy pieces. Last year, we were anticipating having a young Reagan Fowles, who's a freshman. And this year, she's a sophomore. I mean, she underwent some extensive knee surgeries, pretty invasive. So we weren't really sure how she would return, but she's kind of stepped into this season and she's just taken on that point guard position and that role like she hasn't missed a beat. So that's super exciting to have her leading the forefront. And now she's gotten some reps underneath her and she's feeling really comfortable after some minute restrictions. So we're about to start the second half of district. And I don't think our record reflects just the story and how hard these young ladies work. We have 3 seniors who they've been in the program all 4 years. And, they truly understand culture. They understand what it means to be a part of something bigger than yourselves, and playing in Montgomery and this district is extremely tough. Yeah. We talk about how it's one of the toughest districts in the state, right? This team I have is super eager and competitive, and they're hungry to learn together. So that's where we are right now. I wouldn't say we're necessarily young in a sense that we have a ton of freshmen, but we have some inexperienced pieces who are starting to click at the right time. So I always said we want to play our best basketball in January, and I think that's where we are right now.
Nice. And so looking at the team right now, what has been a pleasant surprise in terms of some of the girls that, maybe have stepped up bigger than maybe people thought they would?
Absolutely. Allie Harwell, so her real name's Alexis. She's a senior, and last year she just battled injuries. I mean, she's already broken her nose this year, but she was resilient. I heard her say the other day, like, I'm not letting anything stop my senior season. And I think that has just been her narrative and her approach to this season. Last year, she broke her hand, her dominant hand, in pre-district. She was a huge piece of what we were doing defensively. And so losing her, that kind of took the air out of what our momentum that we had going. And she decided to, and with the release from her doctor, was able to brace it and to play with the cast. And so as a, as a righty, that's her dominant hand. That took away her scoring ability, but she gave us what she could until she went down with an ankle injury that had her sidelined for the rest of the season. And so I think it was just that injury bug that was a little discouraging for her. And then coming back and stepping into a role with her broken hand and wanting to be like she really wanted to contribute on the offensive end. She wasn't really allowed to do that just with the limitations that she had from her injury. So this season, I mean, she's made it her business to make sure that she was, resilient. And I mean, she's hurt her ankle, she's broken her nose, she's like, I'm not letting anything stop me. And what she's what she's doing on both ends of the floor it's so impressive. It's phenomenal. Just watching her step into the confidence and walking with the confidence that she has now. I wish I had her for another year. I say that all the time. Like, I wish we had a little bit more time left together, but it's been really impressive.
I love that. And it, being that it is a rebuilding year, how do you keep, especially the seniors, motivated to look at maybe they're not going to go, play 4 rounds deep in the playoffs this year,
Sure.
but they're building for the future of the program.
I think for these kiddos, it's legacy and leadership and their faith. That has been the foundation of our culture. It's everything. I really have kids who, while the record doesn't reflect it, they just love contributing to something that is bigger than them. Right. I think that keeps them motivated and inspired every day is one another, looking to the young ladies to the left and to the right of them. That has been our foundation. And we always talk about, like, if it makes sense, that's not really faith, right? If I can see it, if I can touch it, if I can really put it together and it's formulated, like I that's not really what faith is about. And so these young ladies, they're driven by a power that is beyond them. And it's inspiring. It's infectious. I think that has been the culture of this team. And I asked them that, why do you, what makes you get up in the morning and stay inspired and want you continue to come back? And that's what they talk about is, this is fun. We're filled with joy and we're playing for one another. And it doesn't matter what that score reflects at the end of the ball game while we're competitors. Like, we want to be competitive and we're fueled by each other in our drive and working hard and wanting to win, but that is not the end all be all. That's not the narrative of this team.
Lovely. And you mentioned the second half of district. You're facing all these teams again, some of which who've beaten you.
Sure.
How do you or I guess what's the approach there? Because you're really only a couple games out of playoffs right now.
Yeah. So the approach is, I mean, we're working every day. We're working every day. We talk about, our grace and our mercy is new every single day. And that's just our approach. And, these kids are, you think that they're exhausted or they're facing fatigue and they're counting down the days, but they're not. They're wanting to get in the gym. They're asking to watch film. They're talking about, hey, coach, we're so close. We're so close. I mean, before we played Brenham last Friday, but the Tuesday before we played a really well-coached, really good College Station team. And we lost by 5 points. And so that was really, really encouraging just to see the progress and how bought in they are to one another in the process. I mean, I think we talk about just how much is fueled in the fire, like we're being torched and refined. And we love that we get to see the process and walk through it together, and we're in this together. So, I mean, there is the aspect of, hey, we want to see tangible results right away. But I mean, if that's what we're, hanging our hats on, that would be really, really difficult to stay inspired. So that's not this team.
I love it. And what about the fan base? How supportive has the fan base been of the girls?
Oh, they've been phenomenal. I mean, I'm always shocked at I don't really get to see it or experience it during the game because as a coach, you kind of, you're in the zone. But as soon as I walk out and I see how many, bodies we have in the stands, some of our community who they don't have a young lady in the program. They don't have a kid who even attends the school, and they're just showing up because maybe they had someone who graduated, they had a kiddo who graduated, and they just still support the program. So I think that is phenomenal. We have staff, we have faculty members who just love these kiddos because we have a great group of young ladies and they just want to support them. And I think that's just the community that we have in Montgomery ISD, is that we show up for one another. And I think that's awesome.
I love that. And if the girls don't finish their high school career with a lot of gold balls and plaques. What do you hope they walk away with after being through the program?
We talk about using basketball as a vehicle, right? It is to get us where we're going, and it is not simply just to win ball games as much as we want to be competitors. I mean, we're shaping and molding young women, and we're equipping them with the tools so that they can be ready for whatever they have to encounter in life. And I think that's just it. That is the culture here at Lake Creek. Under this leadership is that we are building young women who are prepared to go out into the real world. I mean, we talk about there's life beyond these walls, right? Like real life happens beyond high school. And so we want to make sure that they have the tools and they have the skill set so that they can endure and they're prepared to overcome when they're faced with adversity. So that is the narrative. I think that the testament is looking at a Chaney Spencer who's at A&M, and that's Power Four basketball, that's SEC, and they're on any given night they're facing a top 10 program, right? As a true freshman, she's the only true freshman on that team. We talked about, you're going to face adversity. There are going to be challenges, and I want to make sure that you are prepared. So not if you face them, but when you face them, it's not new information, and you know exactly what you need to do in order to endure it well. So that is Lake Creek.
I love that. And you mentioned the district and how proud you are to be part of the district. If you could tell people, whether it's coaches or parents, what is the difference with Montgomery ISD? What makes it so special?
Oh, it's second to none. I mean, I talk about Savoy over at Montgomery all the time. He's amazing. Like, he has been doing this for a really long time. What he's doing with that program and those young ladies, and they are young, literally young. He has so many freshmen and underclassmen who are doing amazing things. And I think what I love about this district is that we're willing to pour into one another. I know that he's someone I can reach out to for advice. He's someone that I could reach out to just if it's, hey, I want to get better in learning in this one area, because this is only my third year as a head coach. And it's all about, it's family oriented and getting better together. And I don't have a ton of experience as more of a novice head coach, but I think that's what I look for in my experience of leadership, is that we're preparing the next generation to do well, to be great. And it's iron sharpens iron. I mean, he's amazing at what he does. And I think that's just the culture across Montgomery ISD. There's so many people who they were born and raised here, and they've come back. They went to school here, and they just want to work in a district where it feels like family. Yeah. I love the small town feel. I love that, I live where I work, and I pretty much know a lot of people around here, and I've only been living here for maybe 2 years. Yeah. I think that's amazing. It just really feels like a really close community. So I feel like this is a place where I can learn and grow. I have now almost a 4-year-old daughter, and this is a place where I would love for her to grow up and experience as well.
I love that. I love that. Coach Taylor, gosh, I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me. Best of luck for the second half of the season, and hopefully we'll be talking about playoffs next time we talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Thank you. At the Woodlands Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, they want kids to thrive, not just in school, but in sports and in life. Pressures like anxiety, ADHD, or even the stress of competition and injuries can hold them back. That's why their team offers specialized care, including sports psychology, to help kids manage performance pressure, bounce back from setbacks, and build confidence on and off the field. They provide complimentary consultations, so call today. Call 281-528-4226 or visit addwoodlands.com, because every student deserves the chance to thrive.